All righty. And we are live. Welcome back, everyone. Part 2, Creatress Summit Speaker Chat. Again, I'm Saida, founder of the Creatress Summit and Creatress Co. I'm here with my sister, Malikah. I'm super excited. Yes, boss it up because look, we have a bunch of amazing speakers coming from all over to the summit, but we also have some really amazing, like, Detroit natives. We're going to come and represent for the city and show everyone how we do what we do. Our speaker from our last chat, Bianca, she's amazing. I can't remember her saying. She's from Ohio, and she's like, I'm wearing Ohio State stuff and all this stuff. And I'm like, look, these fighting words, because I can't handle.
And I'm not even a big football player and a football person. And I know, don't walk up in here with Ohio stuff on. Like, what are you doing?
We love you, Bianca, and I hope you're watching. We love you. We're gonna hug you and embrace you. We love you and support you. But
And
we
then
also
we're gonna take your shirt off. Like, what are you doing?
We're gonna give you a nice Michigan package and stuff. But welcome, Malikah. It's not about me. It's not about Michigan. It's all about you. So go ahead and tell people who you are and what you do.
All right. Well, my name is Malikah A. Shabazz. I am a Detroit-born and based creative. Excuse me. I am a producer. I'm also a photographer as well as a filmmaker. I'm a creative. I think the term now is multi-hyphenate, but as a creative, you do all the things. So I do all the things. But yeah, at the core of it, I am a creative. So in addition to being a filmmaker, photography, I tend to do live event and product photography. And then production wise, I do produce films, but also I'm getting to more of the podcast space because everyone's got a podcast these days, including myself. But it's fine. It's cool. People need help. People don't know how much goes into producing shows, and so they're just like, "Oh my god, I don't know what to do." It's like, I got you.
Like, that's what I'm here for. So, tell us a little bit about how you got started. What kind of led you to your creative journey? Because, like, people think that we're just, one day I just decided to pick up a camera and do this, and no, like, this is a whole journey. Like,
Yeah,
how did you get
it's
into
a
this?
journey that you don't really realize like things have been there till you get older. So photography has always been like in my life in some form. Like my father dabbled in it a little bit, and so I dabbled in a little bit. It wasn't until I got to my undergrad, and in undergrad, I got my bachelor's in management information systems. Never used it because I was just like, at this point, I just need a degree. But I took a film course, an intro to film course, and it was just like, oh my God. So then after I moved to New York in 2009, that's when it was like, okay, I really want to get into this content creation. I want to get into filmmaking. Originally, I wanted to do documentaries because I enjoy seeing different stories from different places. But then narrative kind of was like, hey, we need a little help too. And so ironically, in the process of like going to school, I was looking at my old like high school handbook, and I have in the DIA you used to have to get, I don't know if you still do, but you have to get a camera permit to take pictures. And I was just like, like the permit is still there, camera permit. And then there was a production that Mama Maymuna put on at the Shule. Shout out to the Shule babies. And I was a director. And I was just like, okay, okay. And then when we, and I don't even know if you were born yet, Saida, but when I was in third grade, yeah, I don't know if you were here yet, but
I might have been. We're not that far apart. It seems like it because when you're like older and see like younger kids, you're like, oh, we're so much far apart, but we're really like 4 or 5 years apart.
I mean, if you were, I'm not sure because Daughters of the Dust came out like 193. So if you
Yeah,
were here, you were very young.
I was
So you were
like
very
3.
young.
I was 3. Yeah.
Okay. And so Julie Dash actually came to the school because, and I didn't remember this. I just remember her coming to the school and seeing the movie and just being like, and that being like stored away in my psyche and not realizing it until grad school. When I go to grad school and I'm trying to find a school, it's like, I don't want to take the GRE. I don't want to do standardized tests. I think they're stupid. I think it's a scam. And I'm at the school, and one of the speaker, she was late, but she was there. And it was this little Black lady named Michelle Matera who was actually, she distributed Daughters of the Dust. And it was like, I'm going to that school and I'm going to stalk you forever. She actually became a mentor of mine. And that turned into me meeting Julie Dash and telling her the story. And she remembered. She was like, yeah, I knew the principal's son, and they danced for me and had food. I was like, I don't remember none of that. I just remember you. And so that was kind of the benchmark. And just from there, I kind of just really just got into it and just embracing the creative side, working in television and in the indie film world. And here I am now.
I love that you like talked about your journey and how like certain things happen, because when I did the chat yesterday with Jalen, she asked me a question, was like, well, what led you to this point? And I explained, like, when I have my clients go through like their brand development process and they have to develop their why statement, I have them go back 5 years at a time. I'm like, well, what led you to this point? And then what led you to this point? What happened that led you here, that led you to this path of what you're doing now and what you feel so passionate about? Because a lot of times when we get to our adult selves and we're like, all right, I'm passionate about this, I want to do this, we think it's like a new thing. Like, oh, I'm just woke up one day and I'm passionate about helping people do this, or I'm passionate about podcasting. And the whole time, the path was
it's been there.
Pieces that is building up to what this is. So I don't make it up, y'all. It's legit.
Yeah, man. It was there. It's always something that just, well, you need to, hi, Kyla. That's my niece saying hi. It's always, just a real job, just something always deters you away because other people's fears, and just also the way we were raised, especially being in Detroit. Detroit is a working city, it's blue collar city, everybody got a job. So you want to be a creative, yeah, but do you have a job? So sometimes those things get, sidetracked just because of someone else's reality, but they always come back. And it's funny, it's always around that 30s, 40s when people are just like, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do it because I want to be happy. And people out here doing it, especially Black women.
Yep. And that's how it happens. And it's crazy how it happens. You do like get on those paths because you're like, all right, you have your rebellious phase, and then you also have those other influences, and you're like, all right, I want to do this, I want to do this. And then you're like, look, I was raised in this. I don't know why I steered away from this in the first place. And then you also have to so I'm going to be a little transparent. So Malikah and I'm going to do grew up together because we're a little bit age difference. So we grew up together. But
I danced at your parents' wedding.
Yeah, we grew up together. We grew up together. But our experiences were kind of similar because we went to the same school and we had this similar upbringing in the African Center community in Detroit. And she left home. She went to New York. I left home and went to California because I'm like, look, I got everything I needed out of the city. Detroit don't got nothing else for me. I'm done. I love it. It's built that foundation, but I'm good. And my plan was to never come back to Detroit. But now that I'm back home, and I'm working here and I'm building here and doing the summit here, I see this revitalization of the city and of the creativity in the city, which is why I'm really eager and excited to host the summit here, because it's like people are saying like this is an untapped market. We don't have a lot of stuff like this here. So it's really a good space to do this. So you guys come to the summit because it's going to be amazing, just because the ground is fertile here right now. And it's just, I'm super, super excited. Okay. So tell the people, without giving too much away, because they need to buy their pass and come hear you speak live at the summit, what are you going to be teaching about at the summit, and what are they going to walk away with if they attend your session?
Yes. So I am going to be talking about content creation and curation. Over the past maybe 10 years, and especially during COVID, we really saw this rise in independent content creators, because everyone had, whether it was this or everyone had this or some sort of webcam, and people just started creating content, and then, YouTube hit and it just went right. And so now we're, a decade into all of this, and content creation has gotten much more sophisticated. But I think it scares people away because they're like, oh, I've got to have the cameras and the lights and the mics. And it's like, yeah, you do, but you don't. Because at the end of the day, it's the content that matters. I've seen some beautifully shot crap. And then I've seen some great content on the Android. It's not a shot at the Android. It's just everyone knows for some reason when it comes to social media networks, the quality of Android film, Android video does not translate well. So that's not a shot at Android. It's just a documented fact. you can tell who shot something on Instagram with the iPhone versus an Android. And I think that's Apple being petty towards Google. That's my personal, because originally Instagram was only on iOS. I just think they're being petty. Nonetheless, people get scared, they get overwhelmed. And so what I want to do is just give practical ways of not only creating but curating your content. So people shoot content and I don't know what to do with it, and it just sits there, myself included sometimes. So I'm not I'm not, taking myself out of this, but also breaking down that barrier of just that initial nervousness of it's not good enough, and just press post, just post it, girl, just post it. So that's what I'm going to be talking about. Just making it a little bit more simple, taking all the grandioseness out of it now. So, you don't have to, everything does not have to look like Steven Spielberg or Ava DuVernay shot it. You can shoot great content with your phone and get the results and get the engagement that you need for your company.
You hear it. Come to the session, come learn it, get the tips because you need it. Because we all have that like imposter syndrome. I have literally like 100 drafts in my reels right now, like literally 100 drafts. So stuff that, all right, let me batch this content, and then I never post it. So it's the same way. So we all have that. So I'm super excited for your session to kind of get some tips and tricks to be like, all right, let's push past this and just hit post. And it doesn't have to be fancy. You don't have to have your hair done, your makeup done. You can just do it.
Just do it.
All the speakers this outside of your session, because I know it's going to be amazing and I know you're excited for that. What are you most excited about for the Creatress Summit?
Honestly, some of the other sessions. I was looking at some of the speaker stuff and I was like, oh, I need to go. Oh, I need to be there for that one. So I know there was one about like trademarking, and there was another business one, and I'm just like, check. And then someone's doing one on filmmaking, and I'm just like, check. So I'm just trying to hit as many. Those are the three I remember where I was just like, make a note. So I'm really trying to, learn from the other speakers, but also network. Like Saida said, there's a lot of creativity in Detroit, and a lot of people think Detroit, they think either Motown or they think automotive, but there's still a lot of different creative minds and creative vessels that reside in the city, and they're coming from other places to the city for the Creatress Summit. So it's also going to be a great place to just network. So I'm really looking forward to just meeting some amazing women.
Me too. And I hope that's you in the room that we can meet and that we can network with, because outside of the speakers, like Malikah said, there are amazing women who are going to be in the space, and we hope that you are a part of that. So I dropped the link. You can see it scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Go to creatresssummit.com, get your pass, use the code Detroit Love to save $313 on your ticket. 313-888.
What up, though?
We gotta represent, okay? We have to represent.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm super excited to have you on the lineup. I'm super excited to be in, like, we're back in the same city. We're collaborating. We're working together.
I know, right?
So I'm very excited for all of the things. Tell the folks how they can get in touch with you if they want to work with you, if they want to learn more about what you do. How can they find you?
Yeah, sure. So my handle across all platforms is Malikah Creates. So it's down right there. But Malikah Creates, Malikah Creates. My website is malikahashabazz.com. My company's website, my production website, Ruby Jeanetta Productions. The website is Ruby Jeanetta, RubyJeanetta.com. And you can hit me up on any of those websites, or preferably the websites. I am on Facebook, but I'm not on Facebook. So the best way is through even my website. Because the Instagram DMs are weird. There's like 3 Instagram inboxes, and people like, I sent you a DM, and it's from a year ago, and I never saw it because it was in an inbox I didn't know existed. So definitely through the website, shoot me an email, definitely get in contact.
Perfect. You guys get in contact with Malikah. If you don't want to remember all that, come see Malikah at the Creatress Summit, because we're going to be there September 2nd through 4th right here in. Right, look, come hang out with us. We are a hoot. We are going to have a great time. Like I said,
so excited. I'm so ready.
With each one of these guys, I'm so excited. we're going to learn. We're going to do all the things business conferencey, but we're also going to have fun and hang out and have all the Black girl magic going around, because it's time to just have that space where we can just come together and be. So get your pass. All of our speakers have affiliate codes, and it's in their caption. So go and support our speakers and click their link so that they can get credit for it, please, because we want to support our speakers in every way possible, because without our speakers, there is no summit. So make sure you guys support them, and then come see them. Come listen to what they have to say. It's amazing. We have 30 plus speakers at the summit, and you guys don't want to miss it. So be in the room. All righty. That's a wrap, y'all. Malikah, I'll probably see you one of these days this week.
Yeah, I'll be up there tomorrow. I got I figured out a ride option, but I'll be there tomorrow.
Perfect. So I'll see you tomorrow, but then I'll also see you in a few weeks at the summit. We hope to see you guys there too. Yes.
Yes, come through, y'all.
Yes.